If you're walking down the beachfront here in Da Nang, Vietnam on any given day, you may run across a group of people with a big speaker, just dancing to the music. No one's drinking, it's not a party, and you'll see a lot of happy, smiling faces, people having a great time, and you might be wondering what this is all about. So today I'm going to show you, introduce you to this group, and tell you what it's all about. So let's go. Hello. Okay, we're here now at section 30 where the workshop's happening. We're just setting up. That's Kelsey there, he's giving the talk. And we've also got Gabby here.
Hey.
How are you doing today, Gabby?
I'm doing great. Ooh, a little cold, a little windy.
What is it that you're here for today?
I am here for the Dork Resilience workshop. I'm super excited. So this workshop today is all about goal setting, which is perfect because the new year, it's 2021. So perfect way to start your new year and get your goals in line and just learn new things. So I'm very excited to let my inner dork shine.
You're an English teacher here, right?
I am an English teacher, actually. Just coming from school.
We're in a traditional Vietnamese
Yeah,
area.
I can show you guys. I'm bundled up because I have two coats on because it's kind of cold. Yeah, I'm wearing a...
Vietnamese
I have to wear this
I do know Quinn.
for Mondays. It's our uniform. But yeah,
Cool.
it's fun. I get to kind of explore the culture a little bit more. Yeah, I teach here, and then I have a long enough break that I'm able to come to these workshops and get involved with the community a bit more.
Let's do some goal setting.
Let's do it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too. Welcome to Resilient Dorks. This is the second workshop. For those of you that have not been to any of the workshops, this is a new addition to the Dork Dancing community. So there are a lot of events that revolve around mental health, mental wellness maintenance, and some sort of like personal development stuff. This is the educational component that we wanted to bring to the community so that not only are we engaging in open discussion and play with each other about mental health and mental wellness, but that people can learn actual concrete skills to feel better within their life. So that's where Resilient Dorks comes in, and today we're focusing on goal setting. Last time we focused on just mental wellness habits and certain things like that, and I've been working on goal setting strategies now for close to, almost 10 years. My name is Kelsey. I am a behavioral specialist and I do positive psychology coaching. So this is a simple method. It's my baby. I'm very proud of it. And I'll explain what it means. I know it's not spelled. This is not proper English. I'm aware. It's not spelled right. But it focuses on getting clear and specific, understanding why, conscious focusing and strategic planning, as well as breakdown, organization, and time mapping with practical application. We want to keep it simple. This is a process, and this is how you can go about doing it. So S means specify, which is basically coming down to a SMART goal. So some of you said you've never heard of SMART goals. SMART goals is also another acronym. Getting specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely. We'll go over that on a slide, but it's about getting really specific and detailed in your goal setting. Why? Why do you want to achieve this goal? Identifying why it's important to you. M, mentally visualize the process, roadblocks, and all. P is planning out the steps and the milestones. So to be someone who says, I want to be a happier individual, oh man, there are a lot of milestones and steps in between. You don't just go from point A to point Z, if that makes sense. So there are like little milestones and checkpoints that you get to. L, list out actionable tasks for each step. So this is where it comes down to practical application and lists of actions. E is establish a time commitment and a schedule, putting it actually into your life. And then the second E is execute now. And we'll go over that, okay?
Here with Kelsey and Ethan. Kelsey, nice talk. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
What made you decide to do this talk for Dork Dancing?
Well, so I used to do workshops as a positive psychology coach, but I hadn't been involved for a while, and then I met Ethan, and we kind of had a similar vision with, you know, he has a community all about mental health, mental wellness, and I want to provide people the practical skills and education to be able to do the things they want to do in that. So it kind of worked out nicely for that, and so we came up with Resilient Dorks Workshop, and this specific one was goal setting, piggybacking off of New Year's. Like, everyone has New Year's resolutions, so we figured, why not go with that one.
So that's a big part of the whole Dork community, right? Is mental health, and that's the main idea behind it, right?
Definitely, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And so, what made you start Dork Dancing and all of this?
Yeah, so I guess 2020 was a really strange year. A lot of lockdowns and a very difficult time for a lot of people. So COVID-19, you know, it's a physical virus, but it's also inspired a mental health crisis of sorts across the globe. So I just sort of reflected a little bit on my own personal journey and my values, and reflecting on my own life, discovered that dancing like a dork was a really effective and simple thing to make myself feel better. And then I just really care about mental health because of personal mental health crises that I've experienced. So introduced this idea of dork dancing to the Da Nang community, and have been going out to the beach every day to advocate for mental health, and introducing this idea of dork dancing to sort of just let loose, give yourself permission to be you and express yourself, and jump up and down to feel a little better.
I was thinking about it recently. I did another workshop where it was all about doing the dance without thinking about what people thought about you.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. Also, how you introduced this little dance that we did is like, you just do a few moves, and then you can add on your own ones, and then you can do whatever you want. And it's not about like looking cool.
Right.
You know, it's like about letting go. And I think there's something really cool about that.
Very empowering.
And what actually made you think of that specifically?
Yeah, so just in my own personal life, I've always felt really comfortable dancing in the privacy of my room, and within that space, I dance like a dork. I dance in my own sort of way.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's what made me be like, yeah, man, I'm on it. I agree. I like it.
So that's where I sort of tapped into like an understanding the power of dance and helping me feel better. And then eventually I gained the courage to record myself and share online, and someone called me a dork. And then I was like, okay, that's exactly my type of dancing, dork dancing. And it's just been incredibly helpful for me in my personal journey, and just thought, you know, it's a really powerful and fun way to feel better. And I've also shared this idea with other people, and we've danced together as a group, and I saw the power that dance and letting loose and accepting yourself within the context of dancing, the power that can have in just making people feel better. So I've experienced it within, you know, my own personal life, and thought it's something that I could use to advocate for mental health. And dance can be also something that's very flashy, or something that can draw attention. So as a advocacy campaign, it's really helpful to, you know, use dance as a way to spread awareness.
Yeah, because when a lot of people have been like, oh yeah, those guys are like dancing on the beach, and so it spreads awareness. And you've got the bands, right? I've seen quite a lot of people wear those. Let's say mental, yeah?
Yeah, mental, that's right.
Nice. So what's the vision for it? Do you want to expand it to, this is a newer thing, right? To having talks and all that, and create different aspects of the community? Is that the idea?
Yeah, totally. So what's going on here in Da Nang has been super exciting to sort of witness and see the community come together around this idea or cause of mental health. I think it's something that a lot of people care about. And so here in Da Nang, have just spoken and worked with different dork dancers to explore their interests and provide alternative spaces to talk about mental health or do things that are good for mental health, and just provide an ecosystem of events or a community that's all working together under the shared mission of mental health. So we have different things here in Da Nang, and it's really cool to see how it's evolved over time here. And then the long-term vision is to hopefully spread this idea and this community to other cities across the world.
That'd be awesome. And maybe Kelsey, you can mention, like, what do you think this is something that's really needed among expats in living
Yeah.
abroad, because there's not a lot of mental health resources,
Yeah.
right, in some countries, and in Vietnam, I think a lot of
still
people
very
find
s-
it lacking.
It's still very stigmatized here, but I think, you know, like I, as an expat myself, I quit my job to travel the world, and I'm a solo female traveler. So when I go somewhere into a community, it's you're creating a new community, a new group of friends, family. At the end of the day, we're all the same. We all have the same worries, anxieties, and some of us come from a bit rougher backgrounds than others, and even though it's very stigmatized here, even in the States, mental health is stigmatized and it's not openly talked about. And I know therapy can be very, people shy away from it, or you can't afford to do therapy money-wise, things like that. And so I love what Ethan's doing, because he's just bringing like open awareness and discussion and encouraging people to all be in it together. And what I aim with my component is that I'm really big on practical skills, and I think that yes, therapy is 100% needed sometimes and all of that, but if only we'd all learned a little bit of practical education and how to sit with our thoughts and our feelings and how we want to behave, not necessarily based off of our past experiences, but about where we're at now. If we can provide that education, knowing that like everyone's working a little bit on themselves, it creates for a more cohesive community. And I think expats are, you know, many of us left home for a reason. We left because we were unhappy or we were seeking something different. But mental health issues and the way that we think and we feel and behave, that doesn't just go away by leaving things. And so if anything, providing this in an expat community is really, really important.
Yeah, it's not going to solve all your problems just moving to a new country, as
No.
exciting as it is. And in fact, in psychology, there's a thing called like a major life events, right?
Yes.
And that is one of them, is moving
Yeah.
countries, and you're not going to have the same resources and support system
Right.
and friends and family that you had around before. So you need to make new friends. You need to have resources to kind of keep you in a good mental headspace.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you guys are doing awesome stuff. I really like it, Ethan. One question about the beard. What's the
yeah.
reason for that?
For the same purpose as Dork Dancing, so
Yeah.
trying to raise awareness for mental health. Most people haven't seen a half beard, so sometimes people ask me about it, and then it gives me an excuse to talk about mental health and maybe eventually talk about Dork Dancing as well. Also find in the same spirit as like being a dork, just being expressive, not taking yourself too seriously. Why not cut off half a beard? Yeah, something fun, but also something effective and sparking conversation.
Yeah.
Can I add off of this? So actually the first time he told me about his beard, and I really liked the answer, is that having like a half beard like this is like super, super uncommon, and people are like, whoa, that's weird. So that brings up that feeling of stigma, where people are like, I don't know what that is, and that's strange, what's wrong going on here? And that's like basically how the conversation of mental health is, right? Like people, they're like, well, oh, you're anxious and you're depressed, something weird is wrong, or you know, you're reacting, or whatever it is, a psychological sort of thing. People still have that reaction like, whoa, this is weird and I don't like this. And so I think that was one of the reasons you gave me
there's a
when
lot of
we first spoke
Yeah.
about it, and I loved that. It's
Yeah.
the stigma in and of itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Well, thanks for joining the little video.
Yeah.
And if you guys are in Da Nang, come check it out. Just find you on Dork Dancing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll leave a link to your website and stuff below.
For sure.
So-
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for
Cool.
coming.
Yeah, awesome. It's a good time.
Cheers.
Thank you guys so much. This is I think it's helpful a lot for many people.
Good. That
Yeah.
makes me really happy.
This is Martin.
Hello.
So what did you think about the talk today?
So today, like I found out, it's very helpful for me because I was thinking about what goals to 2021 this year I want to be, and Kelsey, she showed a perfect path for me to think about it, and which break down very specifically for me. So it start visualizing something in my head, and she done a great job and bring a lot of value for everyone who attend the workshop today. And definitely I hope that the next workshop or you guys whoever see this video will attend. It's very nice.
Awesome. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for sharing your experience. And nice to meet you.
Yeah, me too.
So that was a great presentation that Kelsey gave on goals. I got a lot out of it, and I'm setting a lot of goals for myself. But one of my goals is to put out more YouTube content consistently. So stay tuned for videos. I'm going to do a few a week. But what I really like about Dork Dancing and the Dork community is the community aspect. Because when you're thinking of moving abroad, you might be excited about that. Yeah, you might want to change your life. You might want to do something super exciting. But when you get out here, you have to know people. You have to get to know people. You have to meet people. Otherwise, if you don't have a community of people, it's very difficult just to be all on your own, and loneliness can be a big thing. So it's one of the reasons actually a lot of people say they chose Ninja Teacher Academy to take their TEFL course with, because we focus a lot on community because of this aspect of, you know, how important it is to have that support system. And because we've got a team based in Vietnam, a lot of people like the idea of doing their TEFL certification with a company based in Vietnam. So when they get here, whether they did our in-person course or they do the online course before and then come here, they know that there's people here that's available, and you know, there's a support system. So really cool stuff that the Dork community is doing here. And Ethan and Kelsey were also telling me they were working on some more mental health projects for expats here. So I might do some more videos on that if it's something you're interested in. So I'd be interested to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you think this is something that either you've experienced, not having a lot of mental health resources or communities while living abroad. If you have lived abroad, is it something that you're worried about? If you're planning to teach abroad, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. So leave a comment below. And until the next video, stay tuned for more videos about living in Vietnam, teaching English and life abroad. And I will speak to you soon. Peace.